Hello, listeners. Welcome to the Highly Doubted Podcast. I'm your host, KQ, and this is episode 108. Wibby is in the building. DB is in the building. It's a full crew, full lit. You know what I'm saying? We in here high, full effect, ready to talk to y'all. Ready to talk to y'all about what the hell's going on and what's on our minds. Specifically me, what the hell's going on in my mind. But before we get into that, how was y'all's Thanksgiving? Daryl, how was your Thanksgiving, brother? How was your Thanksgiving?
Pretty well, man. I just got back this morning. I'm kind of tired. I was in Georgia, actually.
Everybody?
I'm not going to disclose the exact location, but I was in Georgia somewhere out there.
How was the food?
Food was amazing as always. You know that. Come on, man. I got to ask that. I still got 2 leftovers. Speaking of leftovers should be thrown away by Sunday. It's a new week. We've had 2.
By next Sunday or this Sunday?
This Sunday. It's a wrap.
See,
I asked this question. I
I'll
be eating this shit all week. I'm sorry.
I asked this question and I said, "Hey, how long are the leftovers? How long are Thanksgiving leftovers gonna be on?"
It's the same food you always eat all the time. It's just
no, it's not.
At a bigger context. It is.
No, I don't cook this all. What I cook, I don't cook all the time. We only cook for that holiday.
We cook like that all the time.
Now, if it was like something I cooked though, I would be like, all right. I can make this any other day.
Yeah, I mean, you got your turkey, you got your yams, your mac and cheese, your dressing, stuff, whatever y'all want to call it, potato salad, all that good stuff. You eat that shit all the time.
No,
so
I don't
too pressed
cook
upon it.
I cook different shit.
And then oxtails, and then,
yeah. Man, you had oxtails for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I need to go to you at.
That's a nice spread there.
Tripping.
That's a nice spread.
They give me half a cheesecake, half a potato pie. So I ain't tripping.
Cheesecake and sweet potato pie.
Other than that, it was.
Did you have pumpkin bread?
I ain't got no pumpkin bread. I don't need no pumpkin bread.
Our pumpkin bread over there is busting. I'm about to give me a piece in a little bit. Man, hold you. I was thinking about it too.
Pumpkin bread. What you think this is?
I've had pumpkin muffins. Never had pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin juice. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you had a nice spread, a nice menu full of food for your Thanksgiving in Georgia. We got me and Whitley. What Whitley, do you want to say how we spent the Thanksgiving with the family?
Well, it was very organized this year. Everybody had a certain job. Actually, it was very smooth. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's chaotic. Nobody argued.
Correct.
That was a big day.
No
that was a big day.
Yeah, snap.
A lot of food. Not enough Tupperwares.
That's what, not to cut you off, but that's what we didn't bring with Tupperware.
I was gonna ask you too. Did you bring any Tupperware?
No, pissed. Because imagine that nobody did.
That's why you gotta throw your shit out on Sunday.
No. We made it work now. We nigga rigged it. Excuse me. But we made it work. We definitely did. Because niggas was going to eat all that food now. That shit is gone. But I'm just saying, me personally, I'm going to be done. It's not like how I was back in the day and be like, oh, I'm going to eat this shit for, like I said, I can't do that no more. Just because, like, my family cook, like I said, they cook like that all the time. So it's like, and yes, it's good.
So they're cooking the same thing that they be making, like, regular?
No, not in a sense like that, but, I mean, we eat soul food. So, to me, Thanksgiving, in a sense, to me, this is like soul food. So this is like what I'm used to eating all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the yams, my mom cooks, my people, not just my mom, my people's cook Sunday dinner to where it's like a small Thanksgiving. Like she might do a turkey wings or she might do a Cornish hen. So it's like, I'm not fond of it. I'm not like,
so.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm not ungrateful about it.
No,
but
that's
you know
not
what I'm saying. But I'm like, I'm just kind of over eating this shit.
Yeah,
all the time. Yeah. Like, it's like...
See, that's why I'm glad we only did it for holidays.
2 fat-ass plates of Thanksgiving food. I ate it on Thanksgiving. I still got 2 leftovers. I feel like that's more than enough. That's 4 plates. I'm good,
You're also by yourself.
I mean, but that as well, too, though. Like, yeah, that too, so...
But we don't cook our macaroni like the way we do. Like the certain way we do it, we only cook it for holidays. String beans, we only cook it for holidays because it's a large ass preparation. Like it takes us almost 4 hours for us to even pop the string beans, and then it sits for another 9. Like who wants to do that every day? or every week or whatever.
True.
And then corn, corn. Cass, what'd you do for the corn?
See, there's a nice little what is it? Mechanism that we use to get the corn off the cob. It's very nice. What's it called?
Cob pillar?
Shucking.
Shucking. No, what's the thing called? A shucker?
Probably.
A shucker. So
Never heard of it.
it was very nice to use that to get the corn off the cob. Very.
So
How many?
What is that? I ain't gonna hold
It's
it.
like-
I just eat that motherfucker.
No, it's like you put the cob down a tube and it cuts all the corn off. And it just falls in like a jar.
I'm fond of it.
Because I make cream corn.
Ooh.
So I peeled what? What did we do? We did 22.
I was about to ask you. I was about to say she gave me 22 corn cobs of corn to chuck. And after the 10th one, I was like, all right. That's enough.
He was like, "What are you doing?"
And then she just kept piling more on top of the plate. And I said, what the hell is this?
You're gonna have corn in your shit for weeks.
But it's for literally how many people was there? 18 people.
There was a lot
I
of
feel
people.
it was about the same. It's about
And-
the same.
But literally, I come home with leftovers this big, like in a jar, like this big.
And because I knew she made the corn, I knew that not most of it, but the rest of it was going to come back to us. So I wasn't going to go
I could be hungry. now.
crazy. Well, that is why we have this wonderful pre-pod of Thanksgiving to tell y'all what we was eating and how much we finna eat and what we finna eat for the next week. According to Daryl.
I'm about to say, don't call
According
me.
to Daryl, for the next week, that's how we finna be eating. To Daryl, this is every day. If anything, I'm gonna take a vacation, eat some ramen noodles, take it back to the trap.
A couple times.
Yeah, so I can.
I do like go like I'm not eating it like for breakfast, lunch, dinner. No, I'll go to something else throughout the day.
Oh yeah. Don't get twisted. Like when I stayed with my mom, when I was younger, of course, mom do for like, hey, we're eating this for
Peanut butter and graham crackers.
until it's gone. You feel me? Like, but now I'm a little older. I got enough for, hey, Daryl. Okay, I'm satisfied with eating this now. I want something else. Say like today what, Friday? Thanksgiving was Thursday. So I'm probably gonna eat it until I'm eating it tonight. I'm probably gonna eat it tomorrow.
Then you'll be probably done, wouldn't you?
No, I got 2 fat ass plates.
No. Never mind.
I made it.
And then
Stop doing that shit.
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna cook, so I might cook something on Sunday. So yeah, might get a little steak or something, a little grilled chicken. I don't know, but we'll see.
This is my downtime. I got food in that goddamn kitchen. You better leave me alone.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I don't have that luxury,
Food is in abundance for everybody who celebrated Thanksgiving and has a whole bunch of leftovers in your
Yes,
fridge.
be thankful, be blessed.
A
A
lot
lot of
of
people didn't get to have that opportunity.
A lot of abundance.
Dead, jail, locked up, homeless. Be blessed.
Be
where you
blessed.
at.
We would definitely want to start off with that. Make sure we giving y'all that love, free giving, Thanksgiving,
Regardless
peace,
of the situation.
positivity, yes.
Can I?
Because I'm about to get ignorant. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just need to bring it back to our childhood just for like 5 minutes.
Willie's bringing it back to the last part.
Because I had on the
107.
way back from Deanna's house.
Yes.
Me and Andrew was in the car, and I'm driving. It's it's like, the road back. So I'm going through Harrisburg, and I'm like, dang, where the cops at? I said, do you know? And then I looked at it, I was like, do you ever? So you remember the time when you would just be driving on a holiday, and there'd be checkpoints? And he was like, what's a checkpoint? I said, oh my God, your age is showing. I said, I forgot how old you are. Never mind. Jesus.
And they just.
Do you know what a checkpoint is?
Of course.
Have you been to a checkpoint?
No.
Or like seen one?
Yeah. I mean, most times checkpoints are like downtown, especially if you're like.
Most
No, it's like
checkpoints
in the
are
middle of Indian Trail, like
Well,
dirt
I'm-
road, like
well,
Harrisburg type shit.
Well, that too, but I mean, in terms of like,
I've seen them in bigger areas where they're trying to get people. Like, when they looking to actually.
So I was like, damn, do
like
they still
big
do that
events, like
shit?
concert just ended.
like I see like
and they're
them-
doing a checkpoint a couple miles or up the street or something, or shit like that.
Yeah, they like
I only
post
seen
up.
them on holidays, so I was like, I said, where the heck are they at? And so I Googled it. He didn't know what I was talking about, so I Googled it. You know they ain't done one since 2023 in Charlotte.
They took a year off. That's only 1 year. They took 1 year off. And maybe, let's just say for the sake of safety, there's no need for them. Because everything good. We know how to drive, thank God.
Not even that. A lot of laws changed that we probably don't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see like the numbers decreasing in Charlotte. Like it goes, like there's a whole bunch in 2018, and then it just starts decreasing.
That's really good. Laws that we probably don't know about. That's deeper than what we know.
Yeah, so, you know, in terms of how you interact with, well, yeah, especially like checkpoints, like you speak to, I'm used to just, I mean, nowadays I'm used to just the billboard with the number, you know, and it tracks how fast you're going, and then after you go a certain mileage, it kind of like warns you to slow down and shit like that. That's considered a checkpoint these days.
No, it's not.
No, stop.
You said we both looked at you.
Checkpoint is
You
got
stop and show
officer
your license
here,
registration.
officer here,
Flashlight
put your
in
shit
hand.
out. This you, nigga. This your license. What's your license? What's your address? Okay. That's
Have you been
checkpoint.
drinking tonight?
How do you pronounce this name? What?
Where you from? Where you going?
Get a load of this guy.
How do you pronounce his name?
That's for me. Hey, come here. Look at his name. You laugh for like 5 minutes. Get the hell out of here.
Or it might now
Get the-
you're
get the hell
grown.
out
It
of
could be
here.
someone that you already know, Joey.
Maybe. Okay, so, you know, I haven't encountered one or haven't seen one in a while.
I'm gonna give you a check.
My father used to warn me before going out on holidays. He was like,
That's
be
more
careful.
that's more like New Year's. I say checkpoints. You're gonna see more checkpoints on New Year's. Around New Year's Eve, a couple of days before, a couple of days after, when they trying to meet their quotas and get that money in Christmas time.
It's
Let
Christmas.
me
A lot
drunk
more-
drive
a lot
you
more
catch
people-
tonight.
A lot more people be drinking. You know,
It's
a lot more
Christmas
parties
time.
going on.
Someone's paycheck gotta fall on someone's downfall. All right, I'm ready.
Let's go.
So
Yeah.
this is gonna be a large segment because there's many layers to where I'm gonna get to. But we're gonna start to the top and start surface level so the listeners can follow me as I go down this deep dark rabbit hole.
Oh God.
So let's start off with Kendrick Lamar dropped a new album. Did you listen to it? Did you listen to it?
I do it.
Listen to it, Daryl?
Yeah.
I ain't listen to it.
It's alright.
I don't need to, cause off that mustard. Nah, I've been hearing that all day.
See?
I mean, it's. I felt like it was like. Now old Kendrick. I don't know if he did this for like. I thought it was like a personal Kendrick,
Mm-hmm.
and he came. He was just like, you know what? I feel like the people need to hear this, and he just put this out. You know, it wasn't like there was no context if to say that. And I want to say context, but you know, usually people put an album out, they're like, hey, I'm gonna talk about this. You know, like people are probably expecting to diss Drake the whole album or half the album or 6 songs, but I mean, it was a good. I mean, it was cool. It wasn't like some shit that I'd be like, oh yeah, let me just rock this shit all day. You know, but I mean, it's Kendrick. I'm a Kendrick fan, so I listen to it. I, applaud him. He can pat himself on the back, but yeah, that's how I feel about him personally. It's not like on some shit like, oh yeah, this is his best album in the fucking world. You know, like he fucking demolished Drake. Like, I just felt like again, this was on some like personal shit. Like he felt like it was time to put some more music out. He put some fire hot shit out, and of course it's Kendrick, so he put his own spin on it. And he made that shit sound good. And he had a lot of productions on it, a lot of features that we don't know, a lot of West Coast rappers. I like SZA, so I heard her voice, so it felt good to hear her voice on some of that. Yeah, but that's my take on it, me personally. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you better go in.
So the biggest takeaway from this album, because I want to go back to where I spoke on him performing at the Super Bowl and what he was going to perform because there was no album or there was no mention, or there wasn't an album. There was an album. So in my head, I was like, is he just gonna do Not Like Us 50,000 times and play his old shit like a legacy act? That's what I thought. And if there was gonna be an album,
That's what everybody else does.
right? So that's what I thought. So now that, and if he did release an album before the Super Bowl, will it catch wind or will it be popular enough for him to perform it at the Super Bowl and people to be able to call it a dope performance? I disagree. I disagree, and I only disagree because not saying he's going to perform majority or even he's going to probably do one song.
I'm gonna be honest, not to cut you off. When I hear that first song, I think of me coming out to a boxing ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think of. So that'd be a nice intro to him coming out to, and maybe play like the first couple, and then light cut off, and then boom. And then some old shit.
Right.
That's as far as I feel like it's gonna go.
I feel that.
Keep it simple.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? And not to discredit the album again. It's
of course.
Great, but not to discredit anything that he's done, anybody, the production.
Uh-huh.
But I don't feel like the world. I don't feel like people like us will listen to it, and we would listen to it. But the world as a whole, you gotta think about the audience. The audience is not going to hear that.
Of course.
You feel me? So that's why I feel like it.
To your point, the Super Bowl is what, a 5-minute performance? It's not that long, you know. So in terms of you doing your whole album,
is it 5 minutes really?
It's fairly short. It's not that long.
It's not 5 minutes.
I was about to say it's not.
It seems like 5 minutes. It's not 5 minutes, bro.
I will say that it's not 5 minutes. Thank you. However, I do believe that
4 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes.
Kendrick Lamar is going to spend maybe 45, maybe a minute partially on what you're speaking on, Daryl. And I can see that in
45 minutes?
45 seconds to a minute of what he would do and then go into it. That's what I would think originally. Now I'm listening to this album and I'm going to get into this shit because I feel like, personally as an artist, I'm just hearing something that maybe he said in the diss tracks that we weren't really paying attention to, but now I'm listening to the album and it's all piecing together. When he said, how many do I have? 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. These are the 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. What if I told you, or what if I said part of these tracks are the other tracks he was going to use in the diss track if the shit kept going? I used to say all the time, especially before they started beefing, who is Kendrick talking about? When he speaks to said person, or he's using these metaphors or similes, and he's talking about this nigga, bitch nigga, this nigga, that. No one has ever personally pointed at another person and said, Kendrick's talking about that person, right? It's not.
So now you think he's talking about Drake?
100%.
So you think this entire time the rapper been talking about Drake?
Yes.
Everything that came out of Kendrick's mouth, he been talking about Drake.
If you paint a picture towards,
I have a very vivid imagination. That's how I listen to music.
Well, I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm looking at the lyrics.
So I haven't really listened to the lyrics to sit there and be like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't listen to it.
I have.
Like I normally do.
I'm not trying to come as a fandom. I'm coming as someone who's been real deep into the beef. Right? Real deep into the beef and really knowing what's being said to where it's like, let's really get into what Kendrick's saying. This album is a victory lap to the point to where the things he's saying in this album is so
Give me an example.
Give you an example.
Give me a bar.
Give you a bar. All right, let's have. Okay, so you heard "Whacked Out Mirrors." "Whacked Out Mirrors" is the first song where you look the Rocky. Fuck apologies. I want to see y'all geeked up. Don't acknowledge me, then maybe we can say it's fair. Take it to the internet, and I'ma take it there. What are you pointing to? Oh. The people who've heard the album, you can understand what I'm saying. This is not so much of a deep dive to talk about lyrics per se, but understand, just hear my theory, hear my understanding. This is directed at Drake. To the point where I'm not even trying to say it because I just want to say I'm a Kendrick fan and I hate Drake. I'm a Drake fan. To where I feel like the things that Kendrick is saying is bumping. But if there is a person he's talking to today with this album and there's a person that he's trying to get his shit off to and saying X, Y, Z in terms of you a bitch ass nigga, it's Drake. And all the ways that he's doing it.
accept that only because one of the topics we talked about. We're gonna talk about is
So,
the lawsuit.
so this is
So
why
that's why
I
I feel
don't
like
want to. I don't want to get too deep into the album, but understand the album is directed at Drake. Let's go there from the block that I sit in this deep dive. All right, don't want to get too deep until we have dialogue. In this, Lil Wayne responds. Right, Lil Wayne responds because there was lyrics about. But long story short, people got enough roar.
He said he feel like he didn't work hard enough. He feel like he got Lil Wayne.
And I feel like people are taking it. The internet is taking it. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the internet. Lil Wayne is taking it away to where he has to respond. To where he has to respond to where he feels like he has to get in the booth and try to say his piece on what's going on. And I feel like a lot of people are not feeling that.
He feel like he let Lil Wayne down probably because he went as an artist for one. He probably feel like he let Lil Wayne down because he probably didn't live up to Lil Wayne's potential probably. But again,
Kendrick?
That's just the artist thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the artist thing, and that's just.
He was on Young Money?
Well, Lil Wayne is a legend. Lil Wayne is an icon, and every artist that we're speaking about looks up to Lil Wayne. So just because Drake is a part of Lil Wayne and Young Money, and this thing is happening where Kendrick is being unapologetic. He's not saying it to where I'm sorry I did this to him. I'm sorry I did this to him. I'm sorry I let you down. You know what I'm saying? To where it's just another jab. It's just another Kendrick jab, basically. To just say fuck Drake.
I was about to say, is that?
So like my whole spiel with this is basically the responses from this, and I'm gonna flip it over to what Daryl's saying about Drake's doing a pre-action petition towards UMG, his label, because he's saying that they boosted Kendrick's numbers for Not Like Us for people to get it around and be more popular.
That shit was everywhere. You can't even say that because it literally was everywhere. It wasn't just on the radio. Like, niggas was making TikToks, reels, all of that. Like,
This shit is...
what blew it up was social media, not the radio. He's suing the wrong people.
Where...
He needs to sue everybody that made content off that video, off that lyric, or anything.
Suing, period, is where this is the most outrageous thing that's happening in hip-hop, and what I also have a part of the topics to where it's not really me speaking because I'm looking at what people are saying, and that's where it's like the culture. Shit, even Stephen A. Smith is even speaking to this, which is so funny because my mother brought up the Kendrick and Drake shit to me way back in April, and I didn't think that was even a part of her shit. So now it's coming to a point where the way that he's saying that the way that he's saying that the company boosted the numbers versus people organically liking the music and they didn't like your shit. That's basically what it is, and I think now that he involved lawyers into it, it has.
It's very Gen Z. It's very Gen Z, emotional female type shit.
Let the nigga shine as an artist, bro. Like, just let it be. You took a L. Just let it be.
That's why I'm like, your album is not always gonna be good. You're having a tantrum. You're having a woman tantrum because someone had a better album than you. Not even an album, a song.
Not even a song, a diss track. You got this, and it's very good. Nigga upset, exactly. I mean, you butt hurt. It's what it is.
So when Drake had his beef with Meek Mill and Drake did back to back, and this is like a reflection mirror, so to speak, to where that's the song that carried the summer and was on Meek's head while he was getting ready to make Views, and Views ended up being one of his most successful albums. Not necessarily talking about Meek, but more so that was just the momentum of him coming off of a win. And it was on Meek's head. Because Meek has still to recover from that shit, low-key. And I loved Meek in terms of where he was at and the projection he was at before he got in with Drake. So this is a reflection mirror, and I think this album is not Views, but I don't want to do that, but I'm saying this is a victory lap. So I'm talking this shit. And for most people, it was like he's just talking this shit like normal folk, but it's like this nigga just came off of a battle. This niggas came off a battle just saying, I got 3, 4, 5 still coming out alive. Like, and if you really listen to these songs and you just listen to where he's at or what he's presenting and how everything's just happening, it's not even, I could be on a Kendrick island with this because I like Kendrick, but now that Drake has put this move out, it makes it less of an island and more of a mass of people, you know, really feeling like, wow, come on now. And I think even me as a fan of him is like, what is going on? What happened to just putting out music? You ain't gotta necessarily respond directly. I don't think that's what you need to do anyway. But make some good music. That's what you know you for. And even the music that he's been putting out lately, the features he's been putting out with other artists.
Who?
Drake. You don't even know.
Feature with other artists?
He has features with other artists and other genres of music. But like I just said, the fact that you're questioning that is where I'm saying it with disappointment. It ain't hitting. It ain't sticking. It ain't doing what it's supposed to do. And I was tired of these Drake stans thinking that this shit is some sweet shit. This shit is foul. This shit is stinky. This shit sucks.
Why are you talking about yourself, man?
I'm not talking about myself. I'm a realist.
Yeah.
I'm real.
You're a Drake stan. We had this discussion the other day, man.
So you are.
You need your Drake card taken.
No.
It's not about having a Drake card taken. If I have a Drake card, I got a Kendrick card, and I got a J. Cole card.
Yeah, cause you was. I always said.
I got. If
Drake this, Drake that.
Yeah.
I told you, you a stan, bro.
Drake shit. Even on your music, you act like a Drake ass nigga.
I even in my music, I act like a Drake ass nigga.
I like that.
And in the world, reality, you want to be a Kendrick ass nigga.
Yeah. That's why you got that
me?
hood. Yeah.
Wait,
You want some diabolical shit?
whoa,
That's why that
whoa,
hoodie is
whoa.
on right now.
This hoodie goes because my head is cold and I got a bald head.
Nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
It has everything.
You on your diabolical and you felt that. You felt that
I felt
fucking
the
album.
wind from this fan in this room, and it is cold on my head. That's why this hoodie. That's why this thing on my head.
That's why you speaking diabolical shit against the person you like.
Diabolical what? Well, I'm speaking to the younger me who was a fan of these artists in the ways that it was a fandom to see these guys just be the greatest rappers of all time. And at this point, it's beautiful to see where they have gone, where they're taking their careers to where they've been the greatest of all time. And that's not just me. That comes from the world in all aspects. And people have all different perspectives of these three guys and how they're the greatest, myself included. When they started to butt heads, I guess my mom was very prophetic to say, y'all don't want this. You don't want to see this. This ain't gonna be good. It's gonna be bad. I'm like, Mom, what you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about, Mom. This ain't nobody gonna die. It's all right, ain't nothing. Like, okay, but it's going on. Huh? And now that I see just how it's certain unfolded in my way, it's not even me being a grown man. It's me just being in the hip hop story as long as I've been as a kid and watching these men's career and just where it's falling off. Where it's falling off. And I don't want to say falling off like they won't be relevant, but in terms of the music, from Drake.
Who are you speaking on?
What, Drake?
And falling off.
Drake. The music. And strictly because we just haven't had anything that's stuck. Nothing stuck. Not even the distance.
Before this Kendrick album and these diss tracks, when was the last time Kendrick put out something?
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That was a good year and some change before this happened.
That was 2022.
Yeah, that was a minute ago. So the fact that this battle has happened, which I'm completely over, because
2 years.
Well,
You gonna talk about irrelevant?
Who's irrelevant? What are you talking about? Who's irrelevant?
I'm sorry, if you don't put out an album every year, you're irrelevant.
That's not true.
Agree with that.
That's not true.
You say you don't agree with what?
I can't agree with that one because a lot
Listen,
of people.
I'm sorry. My person puts out his album every year.
That's your person. That's your person, and that is not a blueprint that no one follows that. That's his blueprint and his alone, and he had to develop that. So he wasn't coming out the gate swinging with 20 tracks on his album.
We didn't say how many songs was on the album. We're just saying an album every year.
Every year. He has an album every year. Chris Brown has an album every year. Probably he does. Probably he does. I'm not going to deny that to you. But I guess the point is, I don't believe that if you don't have an album every... There are artists that have proved that's not true.
Kendrick's not one of them.
Kendrick is one of them. He's proving it right now.
He's not one of them. Because the album that you just had, I didn't even know existed. The only reason I know about it is because the album cover, he's getting his hair braided.
Getting his hair braided. G and X. That's the album he just put out.
Oh, that's not the one that he's getting his hair braided.
What album are you looking at? Cause
I thought that was the album. Never mind.
That doesn't sound like an album cover that he has.
I think in one of the songs he's getting his hair braided. Something like that.
Probably, but that sounds like The Pimper Butterfly, and that sounds like a minute ago. However, I don't want to say that this album is irrelevant. It dropped 3,000 units the first week.
It's because everybody thinks he's talking about Drake on it, and which he is. Which, that's the only thing that people want, because that's the only thing they care about right now still. He made an album to still be relevant by bringing up shit that you've already had a diss track. That's the only reason this album is getting numbers.
To be technical, I don't believe people will have this type of tape that I'm having.
The tape. I'm saying the only reason there's numbers on this album is because they know he's gonna be talking about Drake on this album.
Well, that could be a factor, but that's not the reason why he's relevant. He drops these numbers every time he drops, even though he doesn't drop like every year. Like Kendrick is an example of being gone and then coming back and dropping more, if not.
Album only broke even because
I'm talking about period over time, Whitley. I'm saying over the period. I'm not saying you're wrong.
He's been gone since 2022.
He's been gone since 2022. Yes.
And the only reason this album is popping is because they know he's gonna be talking about Drake on it. Maybe. You cannot take that away from that.
I didn't say it did.
Is there
another reason?
No. Is there one song in there that he's not dissing Drake in there somehow? Subliminally?
Of course. There's a song with SZA. There's Legend. Yeah. That's the diversity he put in this album. It's not.
How is the song with SZA not
talking about Drake?
Talking about Drake.
I don't know.
Didn't SZA date Drake?
But I don't. But see,
putting your ex bitch on a song ain't that a dig?
But that's
ain't that a dig though?
They've been have music together.
But no. But you chose this person
at this particular time to
yes.
do this. I guess so. I could. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you, but they have hits together before.
I'm not saying they don't, because one of their the Black Panther songs is my favorite. Right. My favorite song.
Okay.
But I'm saying on this album you had to get SZA.
And sure, SZA was on Drake's last album.
Exactly.
Sure, I'll give you that. Fine.
On Baby Daddy.
She was. Thank you for pointing that out, Willie. I didn't see that jab. See how Kendrick do? You see what Kendrick doing?
You don't have to have words. You don't have to have words, bro.
But see, that's the part where, as a Drake fan, I'm telling you, this is subliminal as fuck. This shit is fucking hurtful. But to where, as a Drake fan, this is, and how he's responded to this stuff, it's not telling me he's gonna put out any fire music. Fuck a response, any fire music, and that's where it disappoints me. It hurts my soul. This battle got you so hurt that you really can't get your fire back. Like that's what's really, like that's like the whole point of the artist going into a fall. Like the comeback is where you as many times this nigga Meek Mill has came back and said, I'm coming back, and I believed him every time that shit was fire. He's still saying I can't hear it no more. I've grown out of it. But Drake has the power to do
He's low-key doing what Chris Brown did to get back he's being on features.
But it's not sticking.
I didn't say it was going to work for everybody.
Well, that's where I don't even like that. I don't even like that example, because if anything, that should work. But that's not working because it's...
No, it just shows that he was really never a good artist, and he had ghostwriters.
Ghostwriters from the stuff. Well, see, the melodies in the R&B is always a hit or miss, so I don't really doubt you on that. More of a miss until it grows on you. But for the rapping, nigga, no. Rap. Nigga, rapping has always been the dope. No, nigga, rap. And that's not even me, that's everybody. Rap, nigga, that's what gets you out this shit. Make a fire, make another 3:35 a.m. Hey, nigga, come on, dog. What the fuck is this? Shit is crazy. But, again.
He ain't got it in him. He never had it in him. I don't know why he even chose to battle this man.
This shit hurts my soul, man. And I guess, we gonna continue. But the real message, I guess as this stuff is unfolding, to me it was like, so what's the real message behind the Super Bowl now? Because at first it was just him just being on the Super Bowl because it was a kick to Drake, and that was just a hypothetical situation. Now that he's actually went ahead and sued his, or potential trying to sue his label, what is he going, like, you have to show your ass now. Like, you have to show your, like, and that's what people are saying. Like, now that he's doing this, and the culture is like, nigga, you look like a square, you look like a sucker. Kendrick has every right to go up there and just obliterate you. If that wasn't the plan, you made it the plan now, just by doing what you did. And that's me looking at it from Drake lenses to where I'm like, why would you even do that? Just make music and rap, bro. And not even saying no one cares about the lyrics per se, but just for what it was and how you were taking it personally, it's very not like us. And I'm very disappointed to say that. That really hurts my feelings.
You just do a pun.
No, I didn't, and I didn't mean to do that. That's the fucked up part.
He's not like us, the real rappers. That's what Kendrick is saying.
Yes, I'm not gonna, I think everybody has spoke to it in different ways to where me speaking to it ain't really like, but it's more so like as a genuine fan of the nigga, to really look at it as from a hip hop standpoint, as culture. Not saying I believe everything that Kendrick says, but just how you go about how Kendrick said it. It's like, goddamn, like, all right, wow. It's really hard to stand behind you doing moves like that. Fuck what he talking about. How you really feel about the song for real? Because obviously the song hurts you more than anybody else than it. Like, it's a song. It's a song. I think at the end of the day it's a song. And as a song and as an artist, how you get over a song is make a better song.
Not even that. Just like the song.
Like the song?
Yeah.
But you just dance to the shit, just get a beat and say, all right, this shit fine. Let me just do the remix. Let me get on the remix.
No, I'm saying because that shows that you really like that in person. Because how can anyone clown you an actual person if you can't laugh with the joke? So you telling me your feelings gonna be hurt?
Okay, and then this is where I'll continue so we won't get stuck. That lyrically, I don't think he can get down with that with other people. Like he could, I mean.
No, I'm saying. You know how someone crack a joke up on you, but you would laugh?
Yes, I know what you're saying, but that's the psychological fucked up part of it. Nigga, you can't do that. Like, you can't do that either. You can't do that either. Because it's checkmate, bro. Checkmate, bro.
Someone you know did it. We're not bringing that person up. We're not going to say no name. But you know what I'm talking about. If you can't laugh at something that someone just wrote and said, you're not an adult.
Would you do it? Would you laugh and joke at it?
Yeah. If it got a good ass beat, yes.
You sing along to the words?
Like, yeah.
Okay. Would you do that? You would do that? Okay.
Because it ain't about what you really saying. It's about if you actually just like the beat. I'm a beat person. I don't fuck what you saying.
What if they're talking about you and saying what he's saying, you still, regardless? I'm like, regardless. All right. Well, it don't.
That's why I could never have a diss track, because I would never have a diss track. I'm like, hey, that shit was fire. That shit was fire. I like what you did right there, that little part right there. You know that part right there?
Yeah.
Or that verse? Yeah, that one.
In the world of hip hop, if you can admire that is a showing of maturity.
Exactly.
But I guess even in the highest of places, this is not.
No, I'm gonna sue you because they played it too much.
That's not like us. We don't do that. I'm
gonna sue you.
We don't do that. I'm sorry. We don't do that shit. What the hell? You just gotta thug it out for a year or 2 or 3. You need a break, nigga. You've been relevant for the year. Take this the vacation you needed to just duck off into the dark and just do your shit, nigga, and come back greater with 5 years. Come on, dog. It would have been great. But damn.
Duck off. Write some music.
Yeah, man. Go back to Jamaica. Sit there for about 5-10 years. I don't know. Do what you gotta do. Let this shit blow off steam, nigga. But again, I don't want to deep. Because there's another third, and I think this is where I'm going to get more deep into my childhood hip-hop games. J. Cole just released Friday Night Lights on all platforms. It was one of his...
Do you like pumpkin?
It was one of his best mixtapes.
This is pumpkin.
It was one of his best mixtapes that, you know, got him to where he is today. And I'll be honest with y'all, were you a fan of Friday Night Lights by J. Cole, the mixtape?
I was a pretty good fan.
Did you listen to Friday Night Lights by J. Cole? All right. Well, J. Cole, that mixtape really was, that was in 2010. So that was that was high school. That was freshman year. So I appreciated listening to it, getting up in this morning because I had to get up at 8 o'clock. Well, I had to be in there at 8 o'clock. But it was dope to listen to it.
Sound like you was late.
No, I wasn't. I was not late. I had to be there at 8. I got up early to get there at 8. But I was listening to Friday Night Lights, man, and it really just took me back to just how I felt as a kid, what I was going through in life, and then the things he was speaking on and where he was in his career. And that was the only thing you could listen to because that's the only shit he had. But the things he was talking about, he really manifested to be the nigga he is today. And I think that's what like inspired me to really be like a fan of him and like be an artist, you know, or be really be like the type of artist that I am as well. Like the motivational shit he was speaking, not necessarily to everybody's ears. I understand that. I totally understand that. But if you do...
Did you cry?
A little bit, almost shed a tear.
Like
almost, bro. Almost. I wasn't crying, but I almost shed a tear, bro. I did not pull a Drake. It's just dope. It's just dope to... It's just dope to remember hearing an artist when this was where they were at in their career, aspiring to what they wanted to be and where they wanted to be at, and then you listening to it again. It's been a long time since I heard it, and then now like that's young J. Cole, but he's speaking on like it's dope. It's dope. As an artist, it's dope. It's really dope. I feel like that shit.
I feel like dope as a regular person too, though.
You said what?
Well, I gotta be an artist. Why can't I be a regular person?
A regular person too, but I'm just saying I'm speaking as as an artist like who was able to like that was your content, like that's what you wanted niggas to fuck with you for, and you really speaking on like I want this and I want this and I aspire to be this and I come from this and I'm trying to be the hopeless brokest, the hope like I fuck with all them tracks, but that was where everybody was not fucking with who he was talking about, but that's where he was literally where he is today, where it's like nigga like you did that shit. Mm-hmm. Like shout out to you Cole, like and that's me on my J. Cole bandwagon for real, like. I listened to Cole all day today until I listened to that album by Kendrick. But yeah, it's been J. Cole all day.
I never did listen to J. Cole. I never did that my entire life.
Man.
What?
Never did catch listen to J. Cole my entire life.
You never know I listened to J. Cole?
Never do that.
Bro, what? I listened to Friday Night Lights. I listened to The Warm Up, The Come Up.
You know he listens to rock too?
Never did that.
I be putting on rock songs and he just starts singing the words to it.
Being around Cass, he never put on no other music but his music. So it wasn't like I didn't know what he liked. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it was just like I didn't know what he liked, who his artist was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what he listened to. For him to be like, I listen to J. Cole, I've been knowing you bro since 14, 15, 28, but I never knew you listened to J. Cole.
Cole wasn't playing wherever we was at.
It's always bro.
What?
Stop saying that, bro.
Bro, what?
We grew up in North Carolina.
What I'm saying,
that shit was everywhere.
Like,
He's from North Carolina.
Hold up. See, so J. Cole was playing in the locker room.
Not saying they had to be playing in the locker room. I'm saying they played around, just like we listened to Waka Flocka and Chief Keef and all that. Everybody listened to the same thing. The J. Cole, we all listened to the same music. So what I'm saying was, I never knew that you listened to J. Cole.
What you think I listened to?
I don't know. That's what I just said.
Go into artists. Who do you think you would listen to?
I don't know. I literally cannot tell you. Maybe Wiz Khalifa, maybe. I don't know.
You know what's funny?
In high school. Thinking back in high school, like literally, no joke. Wiz Khalifa, maybe Kid Cudi.
That's
Kanye. He right with that one.
No, he's not. It's crazy.
You don't like Kid Cudi?
No, it's crazy. I didn't like
at that time. Again, that's what I'm saying. But you can't be like.
You do look like you like Kid Cudi.
You can't like if you were to get into my car, you can be like, okay, you know what I'm gonna play. You know what I'm saying? Mm. I can't be like, if I were to get in the Cass car, I didn't know what.
You don't know what the fuck I'm gonna play.
So he's gonna play his songs.
Yes, like, and again, that's it. That's exactly what.
That's all you go here. It's K-Cube, dog.
So again,
but to clear the air though, no, I didn't listen to Wiz Khalifa. I got put on the Wiz, I got put on the Cudi, and I didn't like Wiz in the beginning. I didn't like Cudi in the beginning, And who was the other artist you said?
I
I didn't listen to Walker. I didn't listen to Chief.
You didn't listen to Walker.
No, and see, this is where me having dreads and people just thinking that because I had dreads, I was on Walker.
It's not even that.
It was that. That's what it was.
No, it's not.
That's what it was, bro.
Bro,
no, if you had dreads, they was
that's what it was.
No, it's not,
that's what it
bro.
was.
That's what you think.
That's what it. What do you mean?
It wasn't,
No,
bro. That's what you think, bro. There was a lot of people that didn't even have dreads that listened to Waka Flocka.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying.
Dreads.
I'm saying I had dreads, so niggas was like shake them dreads like Waka Flocka, and I didn't listen to Waka. I didn't listen to Flocka. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, "What you like? I don't listen to Flocka." So that's what I'm saying. But regardless of the situation, I listen to Cole. I listen to Meek. I listen to.
Didn't they come out in high school?
Wayne. Yeah, heavy on Wayne. Wayne.
No, he's a Wayne person.
Heavy on Wayne. Like rappers. Like I'm an artist. I rap like rappers.
Again, go into your phone.
You wouldn't know what the fuck you looking at.
Hey, bro. Listen to this, bro. How they sound? I was like, okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, you gonna get my music, but I think
what else you listen to but yourself, bro?
everybody.
But again,
I mean, you can name.
I ain't know.
I mean, like if you name an artist right now from 2018 to before you beyond, I probably listen to them.
I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure you have.
Yeah, like I got like so what I basically to sum it all up. My music taste is wide and varied, but the three I do hold at a very high standard from an artist point is Kendrick, Drake, and Cole.
Nah, it's just because of society, or it's just because of.
I don't see how you can have Drake so high.
Yeah, why is that?
I put Drake so high because
and I'm saying that because he just came about in like the mid 2000s, so it's like
I'm gonna answer your question.
He was a fucking.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Actor before he started making music. Right. I can understand you saying J. Cole and Kendrick.
I understand them.
But it's like I'm a fan of Drake. I'm not dissing Drake whatsoever. It's just like that's like me saying, let me see who's somebody that's new.
That's like me saying Sexy Red.
Yeah, it's like that's like me saying Sexy Red is my top three. Ice Spice is top three.
Well, okay.
When they barely have a catalog.
But that's that.
Drake has a catalog.
No, I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he did.
So to answer your question originally, Daryl, why do I put Drake up there? Is because Wayne put him up there. That's why. Because
so you against society?
No, I'm telling you my personal reason of why I put Drake up there. I was a huge Wayne fan. Everything that Wayne put out, like the rest of the world, was fire to me. So everything that Wayne did and said, and from a music standpoint, I was like, that's that nigga. So when he got Drake and said, yo, and he had that charge, he had to go to jail, and he was like, I'm going to jail, but this nigga Drake gonna hold it down while I'm gone. And I was like, who is this nigga Drake?
I mean, everybody.
Right. Who is this nigga Drake?
That's cool.
Who is this nigga Drake, right? So when the nigga started to put his own shit out, thank me later.
So you put Drake over Lil Wayne?
No, I'm not saying that. You're missing what I'm saying.
No, he's saying.
What I'm saying is Wayne said.
I know what he said.
Okay, so now I'm listening to Wayne. I'm looking at this nigga Drake to see what he finna do and see if he's gonna go to the expectation I think that Wayne thinks. So now I'm going off of me personally and listen off of the album. I fucked with the first album. The fire that Thank Me Later was dope. He kept going. He kept making his shit. He kept going. So now he have his own standing of why he's him. But I will say I gave him the upper hand because Wayne was that nigga, and when Wayne was in his prime, he said, "This the nigga who's gonna take it off," and that nigga did.
You mean his ghostwriters did?
Now that time is done what it's done, it's not looking so good. But I will say I follow what Wayne did. I follow what Wayne said. To the wheels fall off. So now at this point,
I don't see you listen to Nicki like that though.
Now I'm not a barb, and I don't. And I.
How you not a barb, but you a Drake? And Lil Wayne was like, "Oh, this the female version of me."
I mean, but I don't think how is that fair to where I have to ride for Nicki as hard as I do for Drake?
Because didn't Nicki come out first?
I mean, and didn't Drake co-sign Nicki and Lil Wayne co-sign Nicki just as hard as he co-signed?
Exactly. I guess we never had a Nicki conversation to where I was on that, but I've never. I don't dab into Nicki as much as I dab into Drake, sure, but that's the part where I don't. Her content is not for me.
She got way better lyrics than that.
It's not for me. It's not for me. That's what I'm. It's not for me. It's not for me.
Like Drake is good. I feel like Drake is society. Drake is popularity. Honestly.
And I liked his I liked what he brought to the game. I like his sound and where
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure. It's
and what it
definitely
was for the time, to where it was not just me. Everyone was looking at this dude and saying, "Yo, I like him. He's gonna be something someday. He might be the guy if he keeps going by this trajectory." I personally felt that off of, again, what Wayne said. Now, if we continue on, J. Cole, that's a personal thing because I remember going to Butler, right? And we used to have certain classes where we'd be in the computer lab and we do whatever work we got to do, but we could listen to music on the side, right? So J. Cole had his own little thing because he was with Jay-Z, and he did his first album, The Sideline Story, and I used to listen to it while I used to do my work.
Respect it.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I really fucked with it. It wasn't the best. It was really, you know, a niche sound for him, but I fucked with it for the most part for where he was and what I heard from him, and he was getting his rise. And naturally, over time, I ain't got to speak to it, but y'all see what happened, and he naturally just grew into the space he is. And I fucked with myself with being from a native from North Carolina and hearing from other people from North Carolina and too from.
So you fucking with J. Cole so much.
And his content.
And his content.
Uh-huh.
What do you do that matches? I won't say matches, but is in line with J. Cole in a sense.
Listening to his stuff when he first came out, like all his mixtapes when he originally came out, what he was talking about, necessarily not being from the streets, not being from Fayetteville, not the gunplay, but just not having a stable dynamic family, and his how he felt about it, very relatable, to where he wanted to just internalize his feelings into rap and be the greatest.
You need to go to Dreamville. You been to Dreamville?
I have.
You need to go. I'm like, what? You're a J. Cole fan? You never been to Dreamville?
Have
Playing
you
around,
been?
man. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Shit's amazing. You gotta go.
I definitely put it on the list.
You gotta go.
So him growing into where he's gone has also been wonderful, dope.
It's around your birthday. It's back around your birthday every year.
Okay, I'll definitely
How
try.
have you not gone us around your birthday?
That's what I said.
Oh, that's right. You have a thing where you don't pay for concerts. Yeah, that's the thing.
What, you think you supposed to get that shit for free or something?
We are going to talk about that at another time. But however, J. Cole is somebody who is a huge instrumental part of, you know, my inspiration of wanting to be the type of artist. I think the Can't Quit, not necessarily J. Cole, but, you know, that also comes from, you know, my inspirations of the artists I listen to. When I was getting my
I just don't see how you can say you're a fan and you don't go to concerts.
That's what I'm confused.
I just had to bring it back. I was sorry.
And then you don't pay for concerts. I want to hear that. I'm sorry. I'm confused.
You can't be a fan of anybody if you don't go to their concert.
I am a fan.
You're not a fan. A fan
You're
would
not.
really support and sit there and pay for their shit.
Stay the music. Flow. Come on now.
How you
Fan
listen to
fan.
your music? Spotify? Apple Music? Which one?
Apple Music.
So you pay Apple Music.
You a halftime. You a bandwagon fan.
I'm not a bandwagon fan.
So he say you're you're half of a fan.
I'm not half a fan.
You can't be a true fan if you've never been to one of their concerts.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Not true.
A fan would spend money on what they love.
I think so.
All right, would you go to an anime convention?
Have you been?
No, I have not been.
And you're
to
not
it.
a fan of anime.
But you would.
But yeah, okay, so
But
you would go.
And you said that's a concert for somebody that you like.
I've seen
that you said you
Kendrick.
like
I've
so
seen
much.
Kendrick. I've seen Kendrick.
Okay.
You work that. That's no. You work
not
that.
that you working, like that you actually in the crowd for.
I mean, he got to be in the crowd eventually.
Yeah, I was in the crowd. Like I was in the crowd for it.
That you enjoy.
You paid for it.
That you're enjoying. You're in your street clothes and you're with your friends.
But I didn't have any friends.
Exactly.
I didn't have any friends. Okay, we'll put a pin in that. But I understand what y'all saying. I hear y'all.
We're gonna talk about this next time.
We're gonna talk about it next time. Y'all can give me next time.
Pod next week.
But however,
Cash needs to go to concerts because he needs to be a fan.
He's not a real fan.
we will put a pin in that.
To anybody.
Steve, we will put a pin in that. But no, man, I really do appreciate just how his ascension.
No, we're done with this. We're done.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
We're not.
It's okay. We can talk about this all the time.
God damn it.
There's gonna be more to share after the Super Bowl. You're gonna want to talk about this again after the Super Bowl.
All right, let's talk about what you want to talk about. Let's talk about Vin Diesel then.
Yeah.
The who?
Vin Diesel. What he said?
The who?
Vin Diesel,
Vin
who is
Diesel.
the main actor of Fast and the Furious. Vin Diesel wants to bring back Fast and the Furious back to real street racing and reunite with Dwayne Johnson.
It's over. After they went to fucking superheroes, I'm cool.
Vin Diesel.
Yes, saving the world.
Yeah, I mean, when them niggas went out of space, it was a different thing.
Yeah, that space one, I was like, all right.
But
you pushing it.
Vin Diesel, I got Universal in one ear saying we need Fast X2 by March 2026.
No.
I have Comcast in the other ear saying we need 2 movies to be the finale. Then the writer on Fast 5 sent me this image and said we need to see Dom and Hobbs resolve their differences.
No.
Don't need that.
I just want to get back to real street racing, practical stunts, and a reunion of that beautiful brotherhood.
I'm gonna be honest.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Once they became fucking cops and robbers, this is not Fast and the Furious no more. You don't become bad. You don't have bad guys street racing. Become police officers. That's not a cool storyline. Like, and if all the new school people, they think this shit is cool. That's not what this was about. This is about people that were mechanics putting in hella money into their cars, racing to come up and become the king of fucking street racing. How the fuck did that? And then you had a fucking undercover police infiltrate everything and blow it up. And then now it's like, hey, tag, you're it. Now you're a police officer, tag. Now you're a police officer. Like, no. What? And then you got broke Ludacris, who just keep coming back out of nowhere. He went from a tech person to like, yeah, now you're a police officer. What? You couldn't, like, no, bro.
That's my favorite series. I don't care what you say.
No, bro.
So
I'm a fan.
I love it. It's cool, but again, it's like.
I am a fan. When it comes to Fast and Furious.
Cops and Robert, but that shit fucking.
I don't give a fuck.
So
and then again, it's not them putting that hard work in. It's the damn government putting the cars out there.
So I think what Daryl's speaking to, and I like what he's saying. Once they started becoming the police, that's when it started to become. Because once Hobbs started working with them, not saying working with them, but once they started working with him, they became the cops. And yes, the government is involved with them a lot more. And yes, they do get a whole bunch of high-tech shit because they're with the government. And that was not what the fuck they was on episode. It was
about stealing gas, giving to the poor.
They are the thing that they said they hated. They drove away from these niggas. Now they drive to them to get a heavy-duty machine gun.
Missions in different countries.
I agree with Daryl.
I'm like, what? Yeah. Who is this bad guy?
Who are y'all now? Who are y'all? We don't even recognize you niggas no more. We don't even recognize y'all. Who are y'all? This is family.
I will put on.
Or this is ops.
I can watch number 1 because they got it on Netflix right now. I can watch number 1, number 2,
number 3.
Number 3. I can watch Tokyo Drift just because it's Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
And after that, honestly, I can't tell you. I don't know the rest of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, 5 is yo.
I don't know. What was the 5th one?
That's the one where they robbed him from the Hispanic dude in Rio.
That's the last one I remember. Honest to you,
yes.
Honest to you, because that's the one I was talking about. That's the last one I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one of them. Where was that? It was in a skyscraper, and I had his fat McLaren or something that was up there in the sky. They had a McLaren in the sky. They had a McLaren shooting out of a skyscraper. Then they had some vault shooting out of a plane.
That's 6.
Oh.
No, the one with the McLaren.
Yeah.
That's 6.
Yeah, that's
I seen parts of that because I said this don't even look realistic.
Yeah,
McLaren's gonna fold like a piece of paper.
That's the one Paul died in.
Oh yeah. I stopped watching it. I'm sorry. Rest people like Paul Walker and shit, but yeah, no, I'm sorry. I stopped. They can't like.
You know he was a real car fanatic though.
Yeah, no.
He had the same BMW M3 in his fucking garage. He had like 20 of them. He had 20 different ones of those. You know how much them fucking cars sell for? Almost $13 million, I think.
That shit is ridiculous.
And it's the same fucking car. Same white, same pattern. It was the same car.
He passed away in Fast and Furious 7. Paul
That's
Walker.
that's it then.
That's
7.
But I do agree with Daryl again because once they started doing stunts that were not a part of getting a big bag from just having something under that
Yeah,
engine.
they became the feds.
Yes,
Captured
that is the big.
That's like
That's the
your
big
drug
one.
dealers coming to. Oh yeah, I'm about to go get. It's like El Chapo and fucking all and Joe Blow and all them niggas from what's that shit called?
Narcos.
Yeah, all that shit going to take everybody else down. That's like Franklin Saint going. Oh yeah, man. Let me go get everybody to hook. Man, hell no.
Franklin did do that.
I mean, yeah,
He did do that.
He did, but
I was gonna say it's more like being an informant.
Well, that's the. See,
that's the point.
That's the point. And that's the point where Fast and Furious, in terms of what it began as, was not that. That was.
It was
that,
cool to have.
You know what?
It was cool to have Paul Walker come in and infiltrate and be the informant at one point. It was cool because he was the cool informant. Nobody knew. But then once Tyrese
cool
came
informant
in,
that knew how to drive.
Oh yeah, let me bring my boy back. Why you bring him in, bro? Now you got him looking crazy. Okay, but it's cool. And then it's like they went, oh yeah, man, we gotta go do this. Okay, I'm getting paid, but it's like I'm a snitch. I'm a certified snitch.
If you want to be honest,
if you getting paid and they giving you shit, you not snitching.
No.
Wow. This is an interesting topic because Paul Walker's character in the Fast and Furious series was initially a villain. He was the bad guy.
Yeah.
So when he turned over and got with them and was like, all right, I'm with y'all now, I'm against them. The movies.
That's the power of pussy.
The movies after that.
Look at that.
The movies after that was really just him with Dom on the run from the cops that he once was.
That's because he chose pussy.
And then because they were so good at it, they got Hobbs, The Rock, to hunt them down for real. To where what Daryl's talking about, they did the ultimate heist and they ran scot-free. I feel like that should have been the end. That should have been the end because that's how it's. I
mean, Hobbs didn't really get on the scene because they broke him out. They got on the scene because they killed FBI agents.
See, I don't even know why he came on the scene.
Because they supposedly killed FBI agents, but it wasn't them.
So yeah, like basically the whole introduction of Dwayne in the series was because
I didn't want him in there anyway.
Is because they were finessing. They were finessing them everywhere they go. They were finessing, right? And that's how they just do it because they know the streets. Until they brought The Rock, and then that's where it got militant. That's where it got big old machine gun, and that's where
I'm finna watch this tonight.
The rest of the series had to be on Dwayne The Rock Johnson time because if he's the final boss, then everything after him has to be big and. And then after a while, he can't do anything.
Brazil.
And then you got to bring John Cena.
You didn't have to bring that man.
Listen.
Them bringing in these wrestlers is pissing me off. Then they brought Cardi B. That pissed me off. I'm a stand for this series, but seeing these celebrities come in pisses me off.
I'm gonna tell you something. These wrestlers making money.
They are. On Fast and the Furious, they're making hella money. Why the fuck was Cardi B in the last one, Daryl?
Cardi B was on what?
But still, hold on. This is where I liked her screen time because it wasn't Cardi B and it was Cardi B. Wait, who are you supposed to be? Why are you here? And why do you? I liked how she was somebody important. I like how
but no one knew who the fuck she was.
But that's where I like how she didn't do what normally we thought she was gonna do. Oh, shit.
She still did that.
Did she?
Yeah, she still did that.
Well. The point is, I do think that the Fast and Furious at this point should go back to its regular roots. I do agree with Vin Diesel, and I do think that they should just bring it back, man. Bring it back to square zero. Just bring it back, bro. And I think y'all got to end this shit at some point. I don't know.
10.
I don't know how y'all.
It would have been better if they would have drifted off into like motorcycles or something, and like motorcycle racing.
That would have been nice.
There's a motor scene.
But I feel like
it's not racing. It's not racing.
Instead of
she's chasing somebody.
Instead of going parallel and doing bikes and other fast motor vehicles, they chose to go vertical
to the sky
and be like the Avengers. So I don't know how you can transition back to ground zero. I don't know how you do that.
I mean, they did do that in 7. They did do that in 7. When they were trying to keep that hacker away from the other people.
Yes.
They was like, we're bringing it back to the streets.
No.
They did. They know they did. They was literally driving
I
through
ain't watched
downtown.
it.
See.
That's what I'm saying.
Just because you say we finna bring it back to the streets for 2 minutes, don't mean you bringing it back to the streets. If we bring it back to the streets, how
You
much
wanted
money?
the whole thing?
We would have talked about it. We would have been talking about it.
All I'm saying is this: if we taking it back to the streets, that means your car versus my car. How much bread we putting up? It don't matter the stipulation. There's gonna be some bullshit in the middle, but that's where I'm still gonna win, and we gonna keep our word because we real asses.
All right, he did that in 8.
He did that in 8. You know what I noticed?
I like how I can literally tell you all these.
No. But you know
It's
what?
literally the beginning of 8.
You know what I noticed, and this is where this is my last piece. I do appreciate after all the bullshit they do. They end it 2 ways. They end it with the feast. They all go back home and say grace and come back as a family like they do in all the movies to make sure we bring it back to a close like we always do. Or we never see it, but they racing. All right, all the bullshit's happening. Let's race. We're gonna get a girl. We're gonna get that music playing. We're gonna get some people on the side.
The last one.
Get that last girl. Ready, set, go, and then we go to the credits because we don't know.
9's ending was, Paul's significant car, the blue one, the Skyline.
Yeah, 7 when they drifted like that.
No. The 9.
Well, I didn't watch it. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. The ending of 9 is them having a feast, and they're like, "Where is he?" And then he's like, "Oh, he's on his way." They have his car pulling up to the driveway, and they cut it off.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Like now, at the end of them, ever since he's passed, it's something with Brian.
I appreciate that.
Like Dom's son, his name is Brian, and he was like, "Everybody, welcome Brian," and it was his son.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always a form of Brian in the end.
No, I like that. I like that they're trying to do something to appreciate him. And at the end of the day, you got to do something different to make the people want to come back. I think a great tactic would just take it back to the streets for real. Like, for real. Take it back to the streets for real. I'm done with that. Is that anything?
The top 25.
Top 25 pop stars.
What? Wait a minute. We got live action. We got action.
What the heck is going on?
We got action.
Whoa.
Not me, is it? I just paid. I did
It's a fire truck. There's always something happening in this fucking neighborhood.
We just try to stay out the way.
Come over here.
Please. Try to keep it peaceful.
Just walk right through someone getting tased.
Yeah.
That's that.
You said what?
I did that.
I didn't do that. They were upstairs in the 3rd floor, and I heard it walking down, going across the street.
And then he's like, "Be careful. There's police out here."
Slowing down.
Meanwhile, walking out the house with an open bottle of liquor in his hand. I said, "If you don't get a fucking bag."
I got a bag. I was safe. Nothing happened. I was safe. I can't speak for the other gentleman, but I was safe.
That man got arrested.
Yes, I can't speak for the other gentleman. I hope he's safe and doing well. Oh, number 2. For all you lovely people who've been keeping score or keeping the list of the top 25 pop stars of the century.
Oh, Alf.
Number 2 is Taylor Swift.
Yeah, number 2 was Taylor Swift. Number 3 was Rihanna, and 4 was Drake.
So, Taylor Swift, congratulations for being number 2, but this is not why we're here. This is not why we're talking about this list, especially since you were listening on the last couple episodes. We're coming down to the nitty gritty, and Whitley is biting her nails off. She's biting it down to the bone. She has to. She's
not getting it. Okay? He's not getting it. It's rigged. Like I said, I'm a stan. He ain't gonna get it. It's not fair. This is some bullshit. It's gonna go to Beyonce. It's not going to Chris Brown.
It's not that I wanted to hear that, but that's just the hard truth. And this is where I do feel like if they had those names on the list, Chris Brown should have definitely been on that list. Most definitely. Let's not get it twisted. I think his
Justin Bieber was on that list. He's irrelevant as fuck now.
Justin Bieber getting on that list, just as a whole bodies of work. Granted, congratulations, Chris Brown should be on this list. And I think for someone who started at a young age and was making hit records for decades at this point, I don't think that you should be. Chris don't care. First of all, I already know.
He don't care no more.
No more. He used to care.
Yeah, as I said, no more.
So 11-11. I know that you've seen it up for awards, right?
And he ain't get any of them shits. He don't get none no more. He don't.
As a Chris Brown fan, can you tell me what is going on? What's going on over there?
It's rigged. No one cares about his ass, but we care about him.
Why do you mean no one cares? Every time he drops music, everyone is dancing, gyrating, moving. Why do you think that?
Because the platforms have it out for him.
Because of Rihanna?
Yeah. Come
on now. I need something more. Like, I know I'm an artist and everything, but I ain't a Chris Brown like that. You listen to songs that I don't even know. I think you listen to the same song over and over again, but you really listen to different ones.
I was about to say, I was listening to the same song all day today.
Okay.
And that was Did You.
I don't even know. Shout out to Chris.
He's a feature on that bitch.
But I guess my point is he's the person who's been literally the longest. He's like the last of the Mohicans at this point. Damn near. He's like, what year did he come out? Early 2000s.
Like 05, 06?
So at this point, he's coming up to 20 years. Wow. He's getting up there. Wow, Chris, you're getting up there, man. Even as a fan, that sounds crazy because I was listening to him
Chris, my boy, I ain't gonna lie, I like Chris.
I was listening to him in middle school, man.
Yeah, I think I was Chris Brown.
You used to dance like Chris, do the moves and stuff?
Never on that.
You know what's crazy?
Now he got them knees. He said, no, I can't do this.
Nah, voice got deep. He said
the voice got deep.
The crazy part is...
05, I was right.
Chris Brown is the person who really started dancing, and when like a song comes on that is more than just like a little groove two-step, you gotta do something Chris Brown like. To be like, ooh, you gotta do some Chris Brown move in your set. Like whatever you doing, you can't just do a little. You gotta do a little arm, something in the legs. You gotta do something. So, Chris Brown was the one. It was. There were phases of dance styles, and I think Chris Brown. Look, for all the new kids who are Gen Z who are listening to this, Chris Brown was Odell Beckham before Odell Beckham. This man was dancing and making all dances. I feel like the only reason
Chris Brown is my favorite artist is because of the shit that he writes. Also, he can literally be in every genre.
He's very versatile.
Try and put J. Cole on a dubstep.
Don't do that to J. Cole. That's J.
Put Kendrick on a dubstep.
J. Cole is on dubstep. He has songs with Skrillex. Say something.
Who?
Kendrick.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I have that song. Actually, I have that.
Yes, Kendrick.
Actually, that would be just Skrillex fucking with it. It's not him actually having new shit to it.
I mean, technically speaking.
No. You have to have a new verse.
You want Kendrick to have a song with Skrillex.
I have the song from Skrillex, and it's literally just loyalty. Is it loyalty? Or
it is. No, or DNA. It's DNA.
One of them. It's both of them, I think. I think he has multiple.
So the point I guess what I'm trying to say, and I don't want to get too off kilter, but does Skrillex even feature people? Does he just do that? Isn't that a feature, quote unquote?
It's a feature, but he didn't have to come to the booth. Like, hey yo, let me do that. Let me dubstep this song of yours.
I feel like you have to approve it to be like.
Yeah, you have to approve it.
So I feel like Kendrick would do it. He would do it. He would go to a outside land. Well, he didn't do it at that show. He was doing his Kendrick shit. But he would do some shit if Skrillex was there. He would definitely do a little. I got. I like Skrillex.
I was actually looking for that song the other day.
But what were we saying? What were we talking about? We're not trying to talk about Skrillex.
Being versatile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The point is, Chris Brown will be like the person who will live on through other artists because
he actually is the modern day Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
They've been said that.
Yeah.
No, I mean in every form though.
Yes. including the tattoos and everything. I feel like the way that Michael Jackson went about his career.
Michael's downfall, everything. Like, he is the modern
He is.
Brown.
I'm going forward to say from where Michael started in terms of physical appearance to where he ended, RIP, to where how Chris started to where he is at currently. Yeah, he's definitely on that type of. He's under the same lens. Because yes, he's went through changes to where we've looked at it. Like that was in the tabloids. You dyed your hair blue. You dyed your hair blue and red. You dyed your hair all different colors.
Blonde.
You dyed your hair this. You're going back to therapy. You're doing this. You're
bald now.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're fighting. It's that. So he's always had that. He's always had that narrative on him, but it's always because you were such a sweet boy when you first came out. Now look at you. So he had to grow out of that, and I feel like not just him with y'all, with the fan base, y'all was with him, but I'm saying just the people, the public who just
that's like
looked
a
Chris.
Disney star trying to get
damn
out.
Damn near, because he was around the same age, and if you can play young Chris Brown to kids still. You know what I'm saying? You can still play Excuse Me Miss. You can still play, but that's where he has a whole segment of that. Like that's where he's not a Disney Channel kid. Disney Channel kids who make music in Disney Channel, we don't fuck with them songs. We don't know them damn songs. Them shit was fire in the movie you was in that on the TV show, but we don't know them songs.
I still play some Disney songs on my phone.
Man, the point I'm making is Chris Brown's songs when he was that age, we can still play today, or it can still be played today for children, and it's not like. Who is this? That's Chris Brown. Really? Yeah, that's that old man. Yeah, that's that old man. That's Chris Brown.
That's exactly how I
That's that old man. Yeah, that's Chris.
That she and her mom's in her Chris Brown movie.
Excuse me, miss.
We got there prove my hand.
That's good. Yeah, that's Chris Brown. That's the man who was doing the gyrate. That's the man who did the gyrate. Yeah, that's Chris. Yeah, he was. Yeah, how old are you? 12. Yeah, he about 16.
Don't know nothing about that.
He was 12. Yeah, he about 16. About 4 years. About 4 years older than you when he did this. Yeah. So yeah, Chris definitely deserves his flowers, and I think Billboard, as a hip hop or anybody who's of a cultured genre will not look at Billboard to be the honor, be all of your legacy, especially for Chris Brown. When you have fans like Whitley out here screaming your name, playing your music, your streams ain't never gonna miss a beat.
Never. I play that nigga every day.
So, music heavy podcast. I love talking about music on this podcast. I love talking about music. If y'all wasn't listening, if y'all wasn't feeling it, I'm sorry. But today was a music and a Fast and Furious podcast. I ain't got nothing else. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else.
I'm good.
Daryl, you good, man?
Daryl been good about 30 minutes ago.
It's all good, man. I get it out, man. I had to let my feelings be known about what's going on with my goats, man. My goats, dog.
They're not goats.
They are goats.
Chris Brown is a goat.
Yes, in his genre. There are goats everywhere.
So why the fuck is he labeled as a pop star? You know what? No, we're done.
What do you mean? He's a rapper? What do you want him to be?
He's not a pop star.
What is he?
You let him tell he's a rapper. That's not a pop star.
But I was joking. What do you say? Like, I'm trying to figure out what you trying to make him to be. What is he?
Who?
Chris Brown. You just said he's not a pop star.
He should be on this pop star list.
Oh, you're hating. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, thank y'all. We want to thank y'all for listening on the High Louder Podcast. This is episode 108. I just had to let that be known. I just had to figure it out and let y'all listen to that. But yeah, we'll be back next week and we will get into other things. But I had to let that be known. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe tonight, in the morning, whenever y'all listening. All right. Bye.